If you're new to painting, there's a lot of choices out there as far as paints and brushes, and it gets a little bit confusing. Where do I need to be as far as bringing my skill up to where I want to be? What's going to make a nice picture? There is a difference, and I'm going to go over that with you. When you're a beginner, you can start off with any type of paint. That's fine. But I would suggest getting some good paint, some good professional paint, just so you know that you get a feel for the type of paint it is, the consistency of it. My choice would be to start with the most loved paint product out there. I started with this when I lived in Seattle. It's Daniel Smith's. You can start off with just the basic kits that will have a basic set of colors for it. You can pick them up at Amazon. They're relatively inexpensive, but this would give you a feel for the paint and why people do suggest these products. You also want to get a variety of different brushes out there. Of course, maybe 3 brushes so you can do your regular painting, a size 12, a size 8, a size 4. And also a bigger brush, kind of what we call a mop brush, a size 20. It's good for putting down water and working on your washes. Arches Paper and B Paper Company are the 2 that I suggest. Very good products. I use the B Paper for just kind of roughing out things, for doing basic sketches, for doing my value painting. Arches is the best paper out there, and that's the one they reserve for really doing your finished products. It's beautiful stuff. It's been around for a long time. Again, I started early with this. This is the product everybody pretty well suggests that you use. Get a good roll of contractor grade masking tape. Scotch is really good, number 2020. A big pail for your water so you can rinse off your brushes. I would suggest picking up a couple of those Pentel pencils. You can see the 0.5 millimeter and also a kneaded eraser, just in case you do need to erase something. Hopefully you don't, but if you do, that will be the less damaging on your paper. So let's start doing some paintings. You can see I put together just a really rough sketch. It's almost like stick figures. From there I did a study that was painted, so it was kind of a little bit more elaborate than the sketch, but and then it was just a matter to get going. I used some masking on the top to show the waves, and then just added the water in the foreground in a wash, and then I kind of did this darker sky. So it's just a matter of putting together some layers. And then I started putting in my second layers, which is just kind of some depth to it. And then leave a big patch of white for the reflection. So this is an idea I had for doing a silhouette of a fisherman, something that I painted a long time ago. But I thought it'd be a good example to show for somebody that is just beginning. And then I actually did 2 examples. So this is the first one. Just doing my touch up at the end. This came out a little bit abstract, but it's kind of fun to do. And then I put together my second demonstration. I think the camera was more focused on my hands than the painting, but we'll just kick her in here just a second. Be a little bit sharper. Then I did the forward wash. I stuck a lot of salt on it, just kind of to give it that, break it up and make it look a little bit more interesting. And the sky I did a little bit bluer, a little bit cleaner, a little bit brighter. So this was a little bit different than the last approach. And again, you just gotta leave that big white spot for the reflection so you can actually see the silhouette of the fisherman. This turned out a little bit nicer. You can see I added with the just the spraying some paint on the paper with a toothbrush, so it gives you that texture of pollen or weeds flying around. So that's the painting. It came out a little bit better. You know, I think it's something for again, a beginner, somebody starting, just to kind of learn how to do the wash, to do the mid-tones, and to go back and do some highlights. And just keeping it simple, you can kind of put out together something that's nice. Thanks again. I appreciate it.